Okay, so now we're going to find the center and radius of each of these circles. I'd like to remind you that our normal formula, y equals x squared plus y squared equals r squared, has a center, I'm used to that, has a center at 0, 0 and a radius r. If I have x take h squared plus y take k squared equals r squared, that has a center, well, it's been moved right h and down up k, so the center is hk and the radius is still r. Now with 12a, it's fairly easy to see that h equals -1, k equals 0, and r is root 4, which is 2. So the center is -1, 0, and the radius is 2. We don't have to draw them for this. For 12b, we can see here that h equals, well, it's x take 1 squared, so h equals +1. K equals, well, it's y take 2 squared, so k equals +2. And the radius is the square root of 1, which is 1. So the center is 1, 2, and the radius equals 1. 12 or 7, C and D are much harder. So for 12C, they've said x squared take 2x plus y squared take 4y take 4 equals 0. We need to get the x squared take 2x in the form x take h all squared, and we need to get the y squared take 4y take 4 in the form y take k squared. The r squared will work out on its own. We do each of these by completing the square. So I've got x squared take 2x plus 0, yeah? Which is the same as x take 1 squared take 1 squared plus 0, which gives me x take 1 squared take 1. So that's my green. I've got y squared take 4y take 4, which is the same as y take 2 squared take 2 squared take 4, which gives me y take 2 squared take 8. And that's my pink. So instead of having x squared take 2x plus y squared take 4y take 4 equals 0, I can actually replace that with x take 1 squared take 1 plus y take 2 squared take 8 equals 0. My -1 and -8 go together, so I've got x take 1 squared plus y take 2 squared take 9 equals 0. So I've got x take 1 squared plus y take 2 squared equals 9. So now it's in the normal circle form. Now I can say that h equals 1, k equals 2, r equals square root of 9, so r equals 3. So I can say the center is at 1, 2 with radius 3. Circles can suck when you're drawing them because you have to go through this process, which we're now about to do again for question 12D, which was x squared plus 6x plus y squared take 8y equals 0. Okay, so let's complete the square. I've got my x squared plus 6x, well, plus 0. So that's the same as x plus 3, because I halve that 6 squared. Take that 3 squared plus 0. So I've got x plus 3 squared take 9. So that's what I'm going to replace that half of this equation with. Now, I've got a squared take 8y plus 0. There's no random numbers there. So that's this one. So that's the same as y take what's half of 8? 4 squared, take that 4 squared off plus 0, which gives me y take 4 squared take 16. So that's what I'm going to use there. Which means instead of having my question x squared plus 6x plus y squared take 8y equals 0 and having to try and graph that, I can put in x plus 3 squared take 9 plus y take 4 squared take 16 equals 0. The 9 and the 16 common terms, so I've got x plus 3 squared plus y take 4 squared take 25 equals 0. So I've got x plus 3 squared plus y take 4 squared equals 25. So my h now equals negative 3. My k equals 4. My r squared, r is the square root of 25. So r equals 5. So I've got the centre, a circle's centre, negative 3, 4, radius 5. Those kinds of questions, like, yes, they do suck, and if you struggle with them, honestly, it's worth practicing, because practice with completing a square will help you with your quadratics as well. Thanks.